next.
This bout is a street fight for the World Middleweight Championship.
Keep in mind it was Jimmy Lloyd who came to the aid of the second tier company in their world of college. Jimmy has traveled many of the same roads, fought many of the same battles to the SGC. They're kind of like kindred spirits.
Introducing first, the challenger. He is Jimmy Lloyd. Akira.
I will never get used to the way that the temperature almost changed.
It feels the temperature changes in the room. Akira is a special athlete. When he enters the room, people notice him. And to get noticed in Major League Wrestling, Jimmy Lloyd will throw all caution to the wind.
Jimmy Lloyd noticed, and the fight is on.
Here we go. Both of these guys can go.
Yeah. Akira's body tells the stories, all the scars, all the violence.
Jeez, dude, look at that.
These are all fights and risks Akira has willingly entered into to spread his cause and message. And Jimmy Lloyd looks to be the latest victim. If Akira looks like that, imagine how everybody else he fought looks.
That's a great point. As Jimmy Lloyd looks under the ring and finds a suitable choice to inflict damage. Jimmy effing Lloyd in the 2300 arena under the Major League Wrestling banner. I'm here for it.
Hey, if there's any doubt that Jimmy Lloyd has what it takes in a big-time fight situation, we've seen him have the back of the SGC second gear crew. They've been watching out for each other, and if you get the endorsement from those guys when it comes to fighting, you've done something.
James F. Lloyd, known affectionately as Jimmy Lloyd, is working on Akira now. And think about the ripple it would send through the league if Jimmy Lloyd can top Akira. It sends everything into disarray.
Well, middleweight championship's on the line here. I believe Jimmy Lloyd just qualified for the weight limit, but it's enough that potentially Lloyd could fire the first shot, and then, oh my God, and they're calling losing a championship, and Lloyd came to do damage.
To the back, the small of the back, and we saw the open skin. Cameraman, you can get around there, and I appreciate what you're doing for the families out there, but we got to see that. Good job.
It's not a pretty sight. It doesn't look good, it doesn't feel good, but it's the story here.
And it tells you the magnitude of this match. The legendary George Napolitano at ringside, defying it all, and now we get a bell.
Jimmy Lloyd with that ladder to the midsection.
Here we go. Here we go, folks. Remember Terry.
Late great Terry Funko made this visual famous in this building to Japan and everywhere in between.
Watch out for flying chairs.
Yeah. Could a little Terry Funk magic help Jimmy Lloyd capture the middleweight title?
Lloyd has the strength and weight advantage over Akira. He'll be able to maneuver the champion around the ring at will. Oh, jeez! The mass of Jimmy Lloyd!
And that could do it to only. But the quickness that Akira was able to transition, to counter, and just the consciencelessness, the lack of any kind of remorse in the eyes of Akira as he folds up Lloyd.
You know, here's the thing about guys like Jimmy Lloyd, like Terry Funk, like the Sandman and the ilk. Think about if you catch this guy in the street. You're gonna fight him? Think of what you gotta do to hurt Jimmy Lloyd. All right, so I use Jimmy Lloyd in the same rarefied breath as the Terry Funks and the Sandmans and the Bruiser Birdies, because you say to yourself, yeah, no, I could do this wrestling stuff. Yeah, catch Jimmy Lloyd out on the street and tell me how you fare.
Gotcha.
And this league has been known for taking hardcore, ultra-violent to a new place. And I think that's something that speaks volumes as well. Jimmy Lloyd knows where he has to go. This is the place.
Capo kick by Akira, and swings through with a Tiger feint kick. The history of violence in MLW, it runs far and wide, from back in the day to Terry Funk and Sabu and all of the War Chamber matches over the years, and the calling may have set that to a new level lately with what we've seen Akira and Ricky Shane Page. What is that in Akira's hand? No.
Oh, it's a knife.
He's trying to slice up one of Jimmy Lloyd's fingers.
You know what that is?
Sure as hell what it looked like.
Only in Major League Wrestling.
This guy's, what a sick bastard Akira is.
Heads up, heads up.
Okay, wait, get away, get him away from here.
Dangerous man coming this way.
God. It's a roadmap of scars on that man's body.
Heads up. Imagine being someone in Akira's life that loves him and has to watch him work. I mean, look at his back.
I don't know what Akira considers even the concept of love or acceptance or what he looks for in other people. We've seen him follow Ricky Shane Page and Raven and that ilk, and
look at how deftly he maneuvers the weapon.
Into the skull, into the forehead. Driving it deeper and deeper.
Stuck in there, dude.
Oh, Lloyd's bleeding.
Oh, God. Oh,
Lloyd,
someone, please.
Oh, Lloyd has been just sliced apart. This is sinister.
I say it all the time. Yeah, enjoy that hepatitis. Jimmy Lloyd is someone's son. Like, you have to humanize this just for a moment.
And in the eyes and the mind of Akira, this is what Jimmy Lloyd deserves for daring stand up to the calling.
I say this to every ultra-violent wrestler out there. Thank you. Thank you for what you do, because no one will ever question the integrity of our sport as long as you're around. You guys have changed the game, and we thank you.
No. And Akira's going to change the face of Jimmy Lloyd, trying to puncture the inside of the man's mouth. This is the most unsettling and gruesome middleweight title match I've ever seen.
Look, the consternation tells you everything you need to know.
And we could talk about, right back to the mouth.
A lot of times the match doesn't end once the bell sounds, right? We go back to our hotel rooms, we shower, we fly, our bodies hurt. This match will not end for Jimmy Lloyd. He is not going to be able to have a nice meal tonight or tomorrow. He's not going to be able to relax. He's going to feel this for weeks.
And we can talk about Akira, what he's done as middleweight. Oh my God.
Look at this. We talked about the wrestling. Add in the ultra violence. That's what makes these guys dangerous that there are.
Oh, that blade just driven back into the mouth. I had no idea how Lloyd kicked out.
I'll tell you how he kicked out. He's Jimmy effing Lloyd.
And that's all well and good, but he's a human body, and he was not meant to withstand this kind of punishment. Oh my gosh. And Lloyd is getting to his feet. Swing and a miss. Chair hits Akira. Neckbreaker.
And now, Jimmy Lloyd with the space between. What will he do, Joe? I'm sorry.
Falcon Arrow crumbles the chair. New champion. No.
The title's on the line. The champion's in trouble. Stay with us.
And we can talk all about Akira's success as middleweight champion, him out wrestling a Lindsay Dorado, a Leo Rush, a Calvin Tankman. But none of that matters right now, because this has nothing to do with that. It's all about two men looking to end one another as this war continues to intensify.
You may ask yourself, what do they need thumbtacks for when putting together a wrestling ring? Well, the answer is the ring skirts. That's how they affix them there with those little thumbtacks.
And Akira gives Jimmy Lloyd to the thumbtacks.
Only seems to enrage Lloyd more.
Forearm shot. And that's gonna, no. The will is strong with Jimmy Lloyd. The heart is big with Jimmy Lloyd. But what's the breaking point, Matt?
The breaking point is every time these fighters hit the mat, tacks are going into their flesh. From this point on, every time you hit the mat, pain.
I mean, Jimmy Lloyd's entire body has to be just etched in pain.
Every day of his life.
Well, especially after what we've seen today. Imagine just, how does he breathe through his mouth? How does he chew? How does he function with...
It speaks volumes about the love and passion of the sport of each and every fighter.
Well, that's how bad Jimmy Lloyd wants to take a win back to the SGC, back to MLW as a whole. How much he wants to do it for these fans that have willed him on when so many others have counted him out over the years.
Such is life.
Akira set up that diabolical contraption, and Jimmy Lloyd.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Electric chair. Only one place to go. Oh wow. Poison Rana out of desperation.
And Lloyd with a thrust kick.
Nice takedown.
Goes back into the tacks.
Back to the wrestling. Back to the wrestling.
Juji can tell me, but Lloyd tries to stack Akira up on his shoulders. No, tries to outpower him.
Power
And you can see on Akira's body those tacks right into those pre-existing
That's
wounds.
up. We got some business on the outside here.
Ricochet Page came out, but Matthew Justice had Jimmy Lloyd's back.
And as Matthew Justice takes care of RSP, the match continues in the ring. Akira taking his eyes off of the challenger. Big mistake.
The calling had a plan, but it got thwarted out to the jaw.
Is this it? Is this the moment to define Jimmy Lloyd's career?
Package pile driver.
Akira reached for the heavens, probably for the first time in his life.
If Lloyd had a little bit more contact on that left side,
Good point.
this match could have been over, but Akira found a way out.
Wait, listen. There's a groundswell coming.
They know Jimmy's got a chance. But
Had a chance, Joe.
Akira with
What a fight.
a victory.
Your winner and still world middleweight champion, Akira.
The best fighters, the toughest brawlers, men that can go down to the deep, dark depths the calling loves to suck you into. But even they are not enough to stop the stranglehold the calling has on the MLW championships.
Use the word men. These aren't men. These are modern-day gladiators, warriors, willing to put themselves through anything and everything to call themselves champion.
The Death Fighter has never been more malicious and will do anything at his disposal to keep the power that those MLW title belts represent. Our Bet Online replay shows you the Death Fighter, Akira, surviving an absolute war and leaving with 2 titles still over his shoulders. But from a down and dirty fighter to the world of the superstars, we understand we have a statement from the World Tag Team Federation.